Thank you very much. Yep.
What about the Ukraine aid? Was
I
that?
think we're going to get that. We had 7 votes in September supporting Ukraine, over 300 votes, and every one.
Everyone, yeah.
So I think Ukraine ought to be pretty confident that the Congress. Senate got 77 votes.
Yeah.
We have over 300 votes, so I think they ought to be pretty confident they're going to get the money.
Okay, and when would that vote be?
Well, I don't know that. That's I used to be able to tell you.
Oh.
I used to be the Majority Leader. Now I can't say that.
I think I remember you went did something very brave and talked to political dissidents when Ukraine was still under the Soviet Union.
I did. I was in Kiev in 87.
Yeah.
It may have been 88, but 87 or 88. And I've been there other times as well.
Yeah.
I think at this point in time, Ukraine is on the front line of freedom and democracy and a nation, a world, international community of laws, as opposed to simply criminal activity by.
While they're fighting, they also are doing everything to join the European Union as a full member. They want to do it by 2025.
Yeah,
so
I'm for that.
You're for that.
Yeah.
And how about getting U.S. companies to invest more in the private sector? You got some agreement to get that.
In Ukraine?
Yeah, in Ukraine, like Lockheed, these guys.
I think they're concerned, obviously, about the safety of it. You got to get the war done first. Painless as possible.
Sir, there's huge bipartisan support for Ukraine, both in the Republican and Democratic, especially on the grassroots from their constituents. How do you feel about that? Because you seem to be the very few minority that are against Ukraine in this time.
I would tell you to check the scoreboard, because a majority of the majority voted against the Ukraine supplemental. So your facts are deeply flawed. You had 101 Republicans vote for the Ukraine supplemental, 117 vote against it. So check your math.
Yeah, but on the majority.
Well, it's more than for our country. Like, I think it's insane for us to borrow money from China to give it to Ukraine to make us stronger against China. That is ludicrous. Republicans throughout this country believe that the $115 billion that we have already authorized out of this Congress is somewhere between more than enough and way too much.
Do you estimate how long it'll take to pass these spending bills? These 8
45 days.
No, I want to talk about Jamal Bowman pulling the fire alarm. Capitol Police are questioning him right now because it's on video. He violated the exact same law that January 6th defendants are being prosecuted for every single day. He violated the exact same law, interrupting an official proceeding, and by pulling the fire alarm, it's on video, and the Capitol Police have the information.
Did you see?
This is outrageous. They have it on video.
Have you seen the video?
I haven't seen the video yet, but I'm going to be demanding it. I'm demanding that the Department of Justice prosecute him the same way they prosecuted January 6th defendants. It's the exact same law. Exact same law. This is outrageous. He's a Democrat representative. Here's what happened. Catherine Clark, the whip, called the motion to adjourn, and within, I don't know, a few minutes, it was literally right after that, Jamal Bowman pulls a fire alarm while the vote was happening. You guys, this is unprecedented. The Democrats will do anything to make sure it's shut down because billions of dollars are not going to their favorite country, Ukraine. I mean, you guys, really, so Olivia Beavers has tweeted it. This is the law. This is the law. Otherwise, obstructs, influences, or impedes any official proceeding or attempts to do so shall be fined under this title or imprisoned not more than 20 years or both. This is the law that January 6th defendants are being locked up, they're rotting in jail, and they're being prosecuted every single day. Non-violent offenders are being put in jail for this.
You took a video over there. Did you happen to catch like a part of it, or I saw you posted a video on Twitter? Did you catch a part of it, or see?
Look, it's being reported everywhere. You can ask go ask the Capitol Police about it. I'm demanding the video. House admin has already reported it. They have seen the video. It's just unbelievable. He's a representative breaking the law.
Congressman Taylor, the Italian government has taken action against Pirelli in Italy for Chinese ownership. It's your largest employer in your district. Have you done about China control in your district?
Yes or no on this 45-day CR?
I I put out another video. I'm voting no. I'm not voting to fund Nancy Pelosi policies, a weaponized government that's prosecuting President Trump, Joe Biden's top political opponent. I'm not going to continue funding a government that is more interested in Ukraine's border than our border. I'm an absolute solid no on this. I want us to continue doing our jobs. So we funded the Department of Defense appropriations bill. We funded the military. We've heard nothing but Democrats and the president complain about pay for the military. All they have to do is pass our defense bill. Joe Biden's got to sign it into law. It doesn't have any money in Ukraine for it. It gives our military a pay raise. They have nothing to complain about. But we got to get our job done.
Are you upset with Speaker
criminal.
McCarthy for bringing this to the floor?
I'm upset with failure year after year in Washington. That's what I'm upset with. And the reason why I'm also voting no is more of a protest of no effort to make changes. There's no effort to change the calendar. There's no effort to produce success in Washington where we're not doing continuing resolutions, not doing continual funding of bloated government, creating $33 trillion in debt. I want to see a plan for change. I'm not voting.
But a Chinese-Russian-owned factory in your district.
Go to some other country.
But it's in your district.
Get out of our country. I don't
It's
care
in your
about other
district.
countries.
I mean, there was a corruption investigation by the Italians just on this.
They failed to do so.
What do you think about the Ukraine? There's bipartisan
I'm not giving them a nickel.
even if your
I am not
constituents
giving
support
them a
them?
nickel. I am one of 50-something in the beginning that refused to give them the $40 billion, and I have never voted, nor will I continue to give Ukraine any money. This House of Representatives last month, there was an amendment offered by a Republican that said, if we are going to continue to give Ukraine over $110 billion so far, if we're going to continue to open up the checkbook, this administration has to provide us with a strategy. What is the strategy with Ukraine? It failed. It failed on the House floor, controlled by Republicans. That amendment failed. That just said, hey, if you want all this money for Ukraine, administration, just tell us what your strategy is. We couldn't even get it out of the House. This place is broken, it's a swamp, and it must be fixed.
You should go to jail for obstructing a proceeding of Congress. That's what you guys should be reporting about.
Congressman,
The suspension vote was just called.
people are worried that the bill will not have Ukraine aid in this. Is that going to happen?
Well, we passed a separate, we're going to do that in a separate resolution. I'm worried that the other cuts were taken out. So the resolution gets us a little time anyway, and I'm confident we're going to get there.
Get there with the Ukraine and everything?
Well, I'm dedicated to Ukraine.
Yeah, you have the bipartisan. I mean, everybody's majority is for Ukraine, either you're Republican or Democrat.
But
That's
it's not in this
bill.
That's correct.
So when is it going to come out?
Sooner the better.
So the bill would come through, but without the Ukraine aid.
Correct.
Is that right? All right, thank you, sir. Thank you.
They took a couple of things out at the last minute, too,
Yeah.
which were causing some consternation out there on the increases in the salary for change,
Yeah?
which we haven't had in 14 years. So, we do it to ourselves.
Oh, and Zelensky held a defense conference, international one in Kiev, and when he was here in Washington, he asked the U.S., Lockheed Martin, L3 Harris to start investing directly in Ukraine co-production. Have you got any word from the CEOs of the defense companies whether they're going to do that?
No. I've not been in touch with them.
No? Okay.
No.
Because BAE Systems CEO, the British defense group, was there. Rheinmetall's been producing, and then the Swedes are producing. Okay.
Don't know the answer to that.
But the Ukraine support is bipartisan.
Yes, but we lost almost half the Republican caucus on that vote 2 days ago.
Can you explain why, when your constituents are majority in favor of Ukraine, why somebody would be
I can't.
I mean, people.
I've been a stalwart supporter of it.
I saw the.
Yeah, so I don't know why.
You don't know why they would vote against their own.
I know. I think it's a shameful moment.
Everybody goes to church. Everybody who does that is for Ukraine.
Exactly.
So the real people who vote in those elections support Ukraine, but then you go against. All right, thank you.